It's going to be a packed show, and we begin with a packed month in the Cosmopolitan Soccer League Division 1 title race. If March was remembered somewhat for the drama off the field, April will be remembered for the extraordinary moments we witnessed on it. Going into April, the top half of the table was inconceivably close, with only 3 points separating first from sixth. CPR were at the bottom of the pile, but as the month progressed, the Reds emerged from title outsiders to outright favourites. CPR had had a good March, but they remained on the periphery of most people's title predictions, including myself, owing mainly to their terrible record of 1-4 versus the top six in full. CPR began April with the chance to silence the doubters as they faced an all-conquering Richmond side who had won their last 10 league and cup games. CPR's recent memories against Richmond were one of bitter disappointment. In full, they surrendered a 3-1 lead to lose at Al Hollow, and they had their hearts broken again in February by Richmond, losing the Kirby Cup final on penalties. The chance for retribution clearly couldn't have come quickly enough for the Reds, who raced out the gates to stun Richmond and score twice inside 15 minutes. CPR were absolutely irresistible, dominating possession and breaking Richmond's lines with frightening efficiency. It honestly could have been 3 or 4 in the first 30 minutes, but Richmond spluttered into life when the Cali-Snadstein duo delivered a goal with their first attack of the game. From that point on, the contest followed the well-worn script written by these two teams in the past. It was tight and at certain points utterly bonkers. Josh Gray, back from his 6-month hamstring injury, re-established CPR's cushion in the second half. Max Cherry had the opportunity to put the nail in Richmond's coffin moments later, but his team penalty was easily saved by Adamovi, and Richmond's relief quickly developed into euphoria as they went straight up the other end and won a penalty themselves just 20 seconds after Adamovi's stop. Zima coolly finished to cap off what felt like a massive turning point in the game, but even that twist had a twist as CPR won another penalty 5 minutes later, and this time Ollie Cliff got the job done. Hopes of a miraculous comeback by Richmond were kindled late on by Snadstein's stunning free kick. CPR had to endure an agonising stoppage time, and their worst fears were very nearly realised in the final action of the game. Cali certainly cleaned out the white shirt. It's taken quickly. Cali's gone down in the box! That's surely a penalty! That's surely a penalty! The referee's blown full time, and it's a very controversial ending here at Randall Island. A very controversial finale. You could hear my first reaction was definite penalty. However, talking to players later who were closer to the incident, it sounded much more borderline. There was some contact for sure. The question is just how much. You've seen them given, you've seen them not given, but CPR survived the scare to put their Richmond Ghosts to bed and overall deservedly won the 3 points.